So I guess this ended up being the story of how I made my Broadway debut. There are 4 more days of Back to the Future on Broadway, so get ready with me. Today is New Year's Day. Oh wait, I'm starting New Year's Day, the first day of 2025 on Broadway. That's so crazy. I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about. I didn't plan it out. So I could talk about like how I auditioned. Mid-May, I got back from closing the tour of Aladdin. I think maybe in June I went to the ECC for Back to the Future and did the dance call, and that was great. I had a video call back to put some singing on tape, but completely separate from that, I believe, was an invited call from my agent for ensemble replacement who could understudy the role of Jennifer Parker, who is Marty's girlfriend. So they were looking pretty much for an immediate replacement. They had said, this will be the only day we are holding the auditions. If you can't attend, like, so sorry, but this is the time that we need to cast someone. I was available, so I went to the one day of auditions, and basically the auditions and callbacks all took place in one day. Started with dance. It was a cut of Gotta Start Somewhere and It Works. I had just gone to the dance ECC, so I was familiar with that audition choreo. Made a cut from there and had us sing and do the acting sides. They made another cut. I think it was down to 6 of us total. They had us do a partnering dance call, so we learned like the deep diving partner choreography, and we did a bunch of lifts and things like that. And I remember I got to partner with Joshua, who is one of the incredible swings in our show, and he's also a part of the Aladdin tour fam. He left right before I started, like the week that I started Aladdin on tour, because he booked Back to the Future with Tori. Finished all the material, and I felt really good. I was exhausted. It was a really long day. I was really proud of myself, and I just felt really happy and content afterwards. And afterwards, I went to Shake Shack and bought myself a delicious burger and fries and milkshake. And that was a highlight. The number that I got was number 16 when I ordered, and that's like my lucky number, I guess. I don't know. It's my birthday number, so I just like say it's my favorite number. But I remember looking at the number and I was like, I don't know. Cut to the next day, I was doing a Bible study on my front lawn at my house in New Jersey. I remember that because I was making a TikTok video of it, and I did post that video. Posted the video, and then as I was looking at my phone, an email popped up at the top of my screen. The title of the email said, "You will be getting the offer for Back to the Future, B-Way." I immediately started screaming and freaking out and running back into my house when no one was home except for my mom. Somewhere when I was screaming, I was like, Mom, Mom, Mom. I had the email with my mom, and I hadn't gotten an official offer yet. It was just an email from my agent that said that they had casting contact them and said they were going to be coming in with an offer for me. So there was nothing official there yet, but they told me making my Broadway debut. I did not receive an official offer for another week after that. So I had like started telling people because I was so excited, and then I was like, this offer is never coming in. Why is this offer taking forever to come in? All was well. Everything ended up working out. And then I started rehearsals for Back to the Future on September 3rd. It was the fastest rehearsal process I've ever done in my life. So I started on a Tuesday. I did a full week of rehearsals. Monday is the dark day for our show on Broadway. So I had Monday off. Then I did rehearsal Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was my full spacing rehearsal on stage with the cast. So by that time, it's like, you gotta know it. Friday was my put-in rehearsal, which is a full dress rehearsal with wigs, costumes, and everyone, mics, lightings, all that. And then I had Saturday and Sunday to practice, another Monday off, and then that Tuesday, which was exactly 2 weeks since I started, was my Broadway debut. It was an absolute blast. I felt like a crazy person, but it was so fun. And something that made the day all the more special was that the Winter Garden Theater was where I saw my very first Broadway show, Mamma Mia. And funny story about that is my dad happens to be really good friends with the associate choreographer of Mamma Mia at the time. So when the show was closing 10 years ago, this was our second time seeing it, but we were able to go backstage and stand onto the stage and take a picture of my sisters and I standing on the Winter Garden Theater stage. And on my Instagram, it's still on there, and it's captioned "Home Someday." And I remember looking out into the house of all the seats in the audience, and I knew, like, I'm going to do that one day. And so it's extra crazy that I did make my Broadway debut, and here at that exact theater, the Winter Garden Theater, 10 years later. I had just graduated high school, and I think I had started my very first week of college, where I was training to earn my Bachelor of the Arts degree in dance performance. So it was just where all the dreams were like brewing up in me, and I was taking my first step in going for my professional performance career. So I guess this ended up being the story of how I made my Broadway debut. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.